back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die. Last we left off, the group had made it into the witch's hut. There, they had found several doors, some of them unlocked, despite what they assumed about the door to begin with. They made their way deeper into the catacombs of the hut. There, they found a clearly trapped room, and Ragenar was like, bet, and started busting open coffins. The undead spewed out their forth and chased the rest of the group off, knocking Dr. Tone unconscious and injuring Ragenar to the point that Ragenar had to take over. Once Ragenar had taken over, he defeated the Raw Bones, and we will pick it up there. The rest of you find yourselves in that main room with the 4 doors, the first one leading out, the 2 to either side, and the one that you had just retreated from. As you take the minute that it takes you to get to gather your faculties from the decaying aura, Tayrus kind of, gentlemen, I very much would like to suggest that before we move forward any deeper into the witch's hut, that we devise a plan before we do anything.
One that might involve, I don't know, not opening things without checking them?
Preferably, he says, looking at Damon.
I am on Taylor's side. With that.
As he says this, you hear these wet, heavy footsteps ascending the staircase. Tayrus draws his pistol and he aims at the doorway. As you see Ragenar coming up the stairs, his face covered in gore as well as the black ichor running from his eyes, nose, and mouth. His arms distended and dragging with him Dr. Tone, very alive, but also very unconscious. He tosses Dr. Tone into the center of the room and he says,
"Don't ask me for any more help."
Are you guys okay?
The Dr. Tony you're currently trying to talk to is unavailable. If you can
Well, I was referring to the upright guy. Are you guys okay?
I'm fine. He, however, I don't know.
Harry, is he supposed to be like this still?
No.
No, nothing. You look great. Thank you so much for what you've done.
Where's Ragenar?
He's still here. He needed help, if you will.
I go over and I check Dr. Tone's pulse.
You may. Let me hold you.
Hold on, please.
You'll just bury him.
I have some
He's
heals.
undead, we must murder.
Sticks fingers into jugular. Yep, he's dead.
11.
He is unconscious. But alive.
He's unconscious but alive.
You can do something about that, right? Yes? Yes?
No.
Yes? Yes?
Mouth to mouth. What do you expect from me?
Yeah, please. You're trying to that, right?
I can try and revive him.
Go for it.
Is that another heal check? What? I have no...
It's a DC 20 heal check.
Yes?
I have no spells. I don't know how...
Yeah, just trying
No.
I don't know what you want from me.
How long, I guess.
Just as on purposes.
Well, it's 6 seconds you're getting healed, so as we play, it keeps happening. So until it becomes a thing, until you take damage again, I'll tell you how long it's been.
We try to revive him via separate heal check.
Oh, yes.
He's trying to do mouth to mouth.
15.
You attempt mouth to mouth?
I attempt to revive him.
With mouth to mouth?
Use your imagination.
So he's doing mouth to mouth. I was gonna
12 points of heals.
I was waiting for him to do that and be like, okay.
I do come to.
Also, if anybody would like, you can make a separate heal check or a perception check on Ragenar.
That's sense.
18.
18 plus. I'll do perception. 36.
With 18, you notice that Ragenar looks... Where Ragnar had taken damage before, you can tell that they are very much gashes and stab wounds, claw marks and bite marks from the raw bones. But they're not healed over. the black ichor has kind of fused over those wounds and is now visible, but there is no blood coming out of it. With a what?
36.
With a 36. With a 36, you look over Ragenar, and you see as he like shifts and moves periodically, you can see something peering out from the wounds. It's not just the black ichor, it's as if there's something beneath it. And it's all of that damage that he has taken is starting to reveal something under the skin.
Is it at all reminiscent to Malquar?
You get an eerie feeling when you start to make that connection, yes.
Okay.
Are you conscious?
Yeah. I said it was
Okay.
I help you sit up.
Welcome back to the land of the living. The only thing that you've missed is and we've decided to devise a plan on the next room that we go into before we just start opening things.
Oh, it's to actually
It's
check.
not your fault, it's Ragnar's.
It's to actually check stuff instead of just rather go in confidence.
Yes, and perhaps he helps you up. A fellow glass cannon such as myself would suggest that you stay in the back of the room.
To be fair, I was investigating the things when the room became combat heavy.
And how did that work out for you?
He took a nice nap.
It was quite lovely, actually.
Yeah, I bet. Sorry, I don't mean to be so verbose, but we need to move on.
Yes.
Are you okay to move?
Will you be okay? You need some more potion. I'll take your silence as a no. Okay, that's fine.
I'm taking the rattling of dice as he's got his.
Yeah, use a heal spell slot. That's fine.
Oh, that's what
I'm on 6 of a 68. I'm gonna do a couple of bursts.
Oh, bursts. Multiple healing bursts.
I learned a thing just now.
I'll walk away.
Walk away where?
Where would you like to go?
Are we in the room with the 3 doors again?
You are in the room with the 4 doors.
Everyone takes 21 points of healing.
I go to the furthest one away.
The door outside?
I just go to it. Inside the hut still, I just go to it.
The door that goes outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
How big is the room?
The room is like a 15 by 15.
So Ragnar takes 21 points. Still good, or do you need more?
I'm a 10 shy.
Damon,
I'm good.
I'm gonna do another burst.
Hang on.
He might need that 21
Yeah,
now.
sorry. How much was it?
21 to begin with.
I am good.
Yes.
And so is Terry.
Like, if you want to do just an individual heal, I can manage. If you want to save your bursts,
You don't have enough.
I do.
you might need to save the bursts. But here you go.
I need it. I still have 3 after this.
What'd you
I didn't get a chance to do a lot of them. That's 10, 19, 31.
Whoa, 31 more heals.
Yeah. That healing subdomain is
Pretty,
doing some work.
pretty awesome.
The walls turn into pure gold.
Wow,
Half
you healed
gold,
them
half black.
chemically.
And it would be at that point that like a minute passes and then the golden hue of my wings go back to that dull white as my mutagen fades.
I wanted to make a perception check to see if there was anything outside still.
You might.
Hey, go outside.
No. 20.
Open the door and peering around with a 20? No.
I just want to back.
Alright. Well, how should we do this then?
Well, there's still a door on the opposite end of the developer.
2 actually.
There's two. They work.
And I feel like if we know about the situation, we can better prepare. Can I take like just a strip of like bandage and kind of wrap it around my nose to where I cover my mouth as like a mask?
Mhm.
Trying to prevent if it was a stench-based thing.
It is a cinch-based thing, and I'll give you a +5 if you can make a good check.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
So I offer to do that for everyone.
I'll
You may.
take
Call
a
a
scarf.
surf, yeah.
Look like a ninja.
By the way, there was an altar in the other room with a small box sitting on top of it and 3 bells hanging above it. If we're interested in that, if we're all funned out, I'm okay not opening that.
The room that he opened? No.
No, the room that with the Robins.
Oh.
Yes, that's wise.
Yeah, I think we need to further investigate that. Yeah, the danger.
We can also investigate the hallway if we need to.
Or the cellar.
We just came from the cellar. It was
The
awful.
cellar's the one with the robots in the bottom of it.
Whoa.
Yes,
Oh,
we opened the door,
yes,
we went
yeah.
down the stairs, and there were robots in the bottom of it.
I'm here now.
With an
Are you?
altar
Yes.
with 3
Very much
bells.
so.
There's also a room that has, language words going all across it. It has 3 lanterns on the inside with bucket.
And then there's the door right.
But that room is 100% complete.
Okay, so head back down. I take point. Yeah.
I hold Doc aside while the rest of them go forward.
Is Ragenar still on the door?
I'll go down behind Damon.
Yeah, so I'm kind of doing one of these things.
So just for a quick aside between the two of us, and I'll do this stealthily if I need to. Anybody
You can
tries to
also just
proceed?
speak in Orin.
Hey! So in Orin.
I'm whispering with the winds.
I've known this language longer than Battery's been alive. But
That's true.
anyways,
Before the language existed, I knew what it was. I'm growingly, increasingly concerned. So you remember Melkor? How we had to defeat Melkor?
yeah.
Head. Is
Go.
that not reminiscent of our friend?
I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh,
I know he's different. I was busy, coming back consciousness.
there was things shifting through his presence that gave me that eerie feeling as well.
Right.
Now,
We also know that it's one of the heads that separated from the rest of the pack because Melkor's head was like, the hand that bites me, or the hand that feeds me bites me, or something like that.
while that was never confirmed, it is increasingly present. I think that could be the case. Now, what I'm getting at is, it was difficult to defeat Melkor.
Yes.
As we grow and learn, have more experiences, will it not be increasingly more difficult if we have to take down that?
Yes. I imagine so. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know either.
I will keep an eye on him. Be like, the traitor.
Well, don't worry. He's in a weak state now.
Is he? Because he looked fairly healthy. It's hard to tell. Black scabs and all that.
If you would like to make a heal check, you
38.
may. Cool. So something that you note that a perception check wouldn't give you is that all of the damage dealt to Ragnar is sticking. Ragenar doesn't seem bothered by it. It seems that any physical damage that Ragenar tanks, he doesn't care about. He can heal up over time. But Ragenar's body is suffering.
Did. Because I know the mechanics of it. With a 20, it's a 37, not a 38. My bad.
Then never mind, you don't know.
Would I recognize that my channels affected Ragnar's body?
Yes.
Okay.
You would see those gashes begin to shut and the black ichor begin to recede.
I point to this.
So Ragnar's still present in the sun.
I imagine he's in a very deep sleep. Ragnar's just piloting the ship.
So we can best to get him out somehow.
By healing him to death.
I just wanted to express my concern. And
Consider it expressed.
Right. Let's just get this over. We'll figure out what to do with him later, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, Tara says, approaching you. Would you prefer, what would you prefer? Ragenar? Ragenar? Ragenar, no. Yes? Anyway, could you do us a favor and protect the rear flank to make sure nothing sneaks up on us as we explore these rooms?
I give Terrace an odd look, but don't say anything else.
No.
Yes, thank you. I'm sure you have your reasons. He looks worried.
Like, no, you don't mind. Or no, you won't.
I turn and start walking behind him again.
Have all of the sarcophagi been opened and looked through, or busted open?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing else to find.
Yeah.
And then just, the robots just did. I thought the round ones were still alive.
They started dead. They began their adventure dead.
There was 4. There was
another.
4 raw bones, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I opened 1 sarcophagus.
There is a sarcophagus that is closed, but it is vacant.
There's one
Yeah.
Nothing yet.
Okay. And the box of the bells, I believe you mentioned.
I did mention a box with a bell. People box with bells. Say bells.
Bells.
There's 3.
So,
Is there a knowledge check to see if
Yeah,
it's
I'm
magical
curious.
or
The box itself?
yes?
I imagine we make our way down to join the rest of the
Yes.
party. After
I am there about 30 feet back from him.
for no reason in
For
particular.
no reason in particular.
Convenient 30.
You can roll knowledge arcana or a perception check if you like.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
30. Perception.
With a knowledge arcana, the box itself is not inherently magic. It is not a magical item itself. However, the bells are. With a knowledge 30 on the arcana, the bells are infused with a knock spell. However, they are attuned specifically to the lock on the box. Where the box itself is not magical, the lock itself is. It is an arcane lock. So, the bells themselves, you don't know how exactly they operate, but you know if rung, they will unlock the box. But details beyond that, you do not know.
18 perception.
With an 18 perception,
And I also perceptive guy.
yeah, it looks like a box on an altar. Yeah, anybody would like to proceed with me.
126.
26, you say?
126 says that.
That's right.
Good at a few things, man.
What did you roll?
26.
1d6.
With a 26, looking over it, you can tell that there is a magical aura on the box. It itself is not magical, but it is trapped. You're not entirely certain what will happen, but you can tell that there is a faint necromantic
Can
aura
I take a
emanating
solid
from it.
guess of what would happen?
You may.
Okay.
You
I
guys
feel like that
need
trap
some
has been sprung.
assistance. Perhaps, perchance.
Sure. It's
I
an
ring the
arcane lock.
left one.
After you ring the bell, this pulse of necromantic energy pulses out. It is a burst of negative energy. It washes over the room, and you all kind of freeze, and nothing happens. You see the raw bones begin to heal.
I immediately go and start hacking them up.
As you run over to the bones and begin to hack, after 6 seconds, it bursts again. Gentlemen, this is not the plan. We didn't have a plan. We didn't. It bursts out again.
Other bell?
The middle one.
Do what?
There's a third 3 bells?
Oh yeah.
Can I just perceive it and like
Yeah.
do my thing instead of everybody start
Okay.
getting stuff? Do I get anything?
Ragenar don't plan.
What thing? Yes, you get
32.
32. With a 32, a couple of things that you can perceive. Oh, you met the DC. Fun on a bun. A couple of things that you acknowledge about this trap. Firstly, these bells have to be rung in a certain order.
That makes sense.
In that certain order, they will open the box and the trap will be disarmed. However, you do not know what order it is in. It has not been told to you. You have not found something to indicate what order it normally would be in, but you can tell that every 6 seconds for the next minute, so for 10 rounds, they will continue to burst negative energy out to heal the undead, not to harm the living. They will continue to do that. Also, if they're rung in a specific order, the box will open.
Yes.
And also, piggybacking off of that, there's something odd about this altar. It has been moved recently.
Like scratch.
You can see scratch marks along the stone wall.
Okay.
What was the order that we found with the lanterns in the? Was it 3, 3, 1, 2?
2, 3, 1.
2, 3, 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
So ring the right. Did we ring the bells in the order that we lit the lanterns?
Oh yeah.
You can't. That doesn't do anything. Does a disable device give me anything?
With his perception check, he would know that looking at the bells, they have to be rung in a certain order, in a tune. And yes, and you're missing a piece of this puzzle.
The tune.
Yeah. So if there is an indication, you haven't found it yet. But anyway, they continue to pulse out.
Is there a disable device I can do to stop the pulsing?
Yes, you may.
Can Terry say anything?
41.
Gracious.
Terry doesn't need to aid him.
You got this, guy. Get it. So you kind of like reach up into the bell and you remove the clapper from each one of them with a swiftness. Damon assisting you as he's just like, no,
Stay dead.
no.
Stay dead.
As this negative energy continues to pulse out. I don't know what to say to him, gentlemen. Can someone else talk to him?
There's.
Damon, thank you. Perry, thank you.
I go to the door with the rod.
Yep.
Okay. Please stop, he says.
Where does this table look like it was from? And I'm kind of like looking at the marks on the floor.
Where does the table look like it was from?
Where
Like
was it-
manufactured?
No.
Made?
No, where
Where
was it
was it
originally
moved
placed?
from?
Where was it moved from?
It was moved from where it sits now. And the scratch marks look as if it was swung out at a 90-degree angle and then moved back.
Oh, okay. That makes. I thought like it wasn't originally there.
No.
Hey,
Can you?
No.
Yes. Can you help me?
can you move the altar?
Just follow these
check?
lines.
Yeah.
This is just straight
lines.
strength check.
I'm totally helping.
I made no attempt to help.
You got 17. You get +2 somehow.
Okay.
Rolled a 13, so you got an 11.
That's the squeaky wheel.
That 19 total.
So Ragenar proclaimed he did what he did.
Yes, we know.
Taurus moves to the far end of the room and stands on the outside of the door. As you open the door,
You're in the face, spy.
nothing happens. As a matter of fact,
Of course it wouldn't. Damon feels gypped by the designer
The
of this
ceiling
dungeon.
collapses in the room you're currently in.
That would suck.
This is the emergency access. The emergency exit.
on this the green neon sign.
You see a relatively large room, especially for the fact that it has nothing in it. No objects of note. There are some sconces on the wall that illuminate the room in that eerie blue light. And there are 2 doors, one leading directly to your left and one directly in front of you. In the center of the room, however, you do see a large symbol. This symbol is an archaic etching that seems to glow with magical runes.
Can I suggest we roll initiative if we're going to be going off doing kind of crap?
You may, sure.
Just for prosperity's sake.
Sure. So, is there a group, or does everyone want to do something
It
different
sounds like
altogether?
it's Ragenar and then
Everybody
everyone
else.
else.
Boom the bar.
All
So-
I've done is open the door.
Yes.
That's all he's done.
And that's
He didn't
happened
ring the bell.
before.
He didn't fireball the spider. He didn't bust open the coffin. He just opened the
You
door.
just opened the door. Don't overreact.
Ragnar did the rest of
I'm
it.
just
I
a
like how
door
the father in the room is like, no, I know what that is. Be like, I only did this. Sure. Would a representative from Team A like to roll?
Not me.
17.
Lower.
Okay. So, you open the door, you see those things.
We would like to move the table.
You
at that
got
degree.
a what on strength check?
17
19 total.
plus the
Plus 2.
19 total.
19? I have so much strength to give. Wait, do I have negatives in strength? Because that matters.
Terrace and I are both like, we're helping.
I do not.
It's like when your 6-year-old tries to help
Yay!
you.
Terrace has a +1 in strength.
I don't hurt, but I don't help.
He as you both grab it and you begin to heave, you see it start to shift, right? You kind of push as much as you can. Terrace walks up and he's like, and that's all that he's like, ha ha ha. As you gently shift it to the side, and you see something behind the altar that you may not quite have been expecting. There is no secret door. There is no magical item. There's a hole. It looks like some bricks were unceremoniously removed, and the mortar has been chipped away at a 45-degree angle until it starts digging into solid earth. This hole is big enough for a tiny creature to go into. So if you want to squeeze into it, you would have to be small.
But I guess it's
Oh, he is mechanically small.
Are you?
Also, there's a thing about this puzzle that I was like, haha, they'll never do this. And today I was like, oh, wait, something. And if it comes about, I'll let everybody know. But I completely overlooked a blaring obvious thing.
Which
So-
means we'll probably overlook it.
Either if you overlook it, then everything that I planned for it will be as difficult as I planned for it. If you figure it out, I'm going to be like, oh gosh, this became much easier.
We can fly.
Cool.
I will do that on our turn.
Ragenar,
I will make a knowledge arcana on the symbol.
you may.
27.
With an Arcana knowledge 27. Wait, what door was that? With a knowledge Arcana 27, you look at the symbol and you understand that there's a lot of transmutation rooms to it. But what it is specifically kind of escapes you. You're looking at it and you're like, those are transmutation rooms. What they do and how they work, you are uncertain.
I'll shut the door. No.
Well, as you walk in,
No, I don't
are you
go
sure?
in. Yeah. Never said I was going in the room.
You pushed Harrison?
Well, now
Harrison's
that I
like,
think
Eli, shut up.
You said he was away from him.
Harris is just like, wow, you found this. Ragenar, help.
I want to try something. I don't know why it sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Opens door back. There's just a satyr in
I turn back and watch them.
Okay.
I will squeeze my small body into the tiny hole.
You begin to slip into this hole, and a sense of claustrophobia kind of washes over you because, again, you have to mechanically squeeze into it. Do you go feet first or head first? Just curious.
Do we have some rope we can tie
I think I
in
go ahead
first?
first. I'm already like, you got my feet.
He's already
You have
gone.
the right time.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
You've got that rope though.
crap.
What did you ask?
He's like, would be rope we can tie to a foot or something?
When Zarek was here, he would tie somebody to rope.
It's his MO. It's what he
We
does.
miss Max.
I have to go fishing. He's not here.
You begin to worm your way forward.
I'm embodying
Yes.
Robbie's spirit.
Robbie's like, you're doing it wrong. You have to put something in the corner. As you begin to slip silently like a silent slippery thing. Oh, sorry, this is
Clarifying, which way did the hole go? Did it go towards the back wall? Or left or right?
at a 45-degree angle towards the back wall down.
It's fine, guys. It's totally fine. We're on the nightmare realm. What could possibly happen here? That's where dreams are made of.
Oh boy.
I don't think you're in the right section at this point for that to be the case.
No, I think dreams are made of this. My dream.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
It's all sacred.
Sweet
I
dreams
just
are
want the
made of
record to
cheese.
show I have not been the first person to have to make me scared.
Not yet.
Really, they kind of made new characters.
They had new characters made for them.
Not really.
As you begin slipping
Yes.
into madness. Okay, cool. You begin worming your way down this hole, moving just inch after inch, and it finally does open up into this area. You kind of and hit the ground. The floor beneath you is surprisingly flat and even. It is pitch black. You have dark vision, yes? As you hit the ground and you kind of like stand up, the roof of this is still too low for you to stand in. It is, however, a 10 by 10 foot room.
Okay.
So it's not as cramped as you were expecting, but you do very much feel like you're in a porta-john under the ground. And you're like, this is a little scary. There's no light. However, the room, to make it feel much smaller, is full of stuff.
Oh.
There is all kinds of stuff in there. What do you get taking 10 on, I'm sorry? Spellcraft.
Spellcraft. Ah. Ooh. Yes. 31.
With a 31, a couple of things that you find is you, on a small pedestal in the corner, you see another one of those crystal balls. So, if you're bouncing off of what Ragenar perceived earlier, you know that you're being watched.
Okay.
Once you are in that room, somebody is observing you.
So knowing that, unless you're wanting to do something.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I wanted to shut it.
We don't let him.
Oh, I need a strength check, by the way.
14.
No. No, he can't move it on his own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Taylor's like,
because my
lifts.
foot's in the way.
May I ask what the thought process is?
They said they needed help moving things.
And it has successfully been moved, and now we are finished with our task. Thank you so much.
They want to move back.
They do not.
I am right here. You can talk to me. And thank you, Eric. But I don't want to block Perry in there.
I was talking to the bird, not you.
Yes, fellow Simeon. We have accomplished everything that we would like to do. I don't want to placate him.
You're like, I don't know how to talk
I
to
may
this guy.
antagonize him.
But it's gonna be really tough for him to close it anyway, because I'm standing right by the hole, looking down worriedly after Perry.
I invented a new mechanic.
It's like Windows Play-Doh.
It's hot in these rhinos. Anyway.
I knew exactly what that was.
With a 31 on Spellcraft, if I were to put the crystal ball into a bag of holding, would it essentially...
Yes. Something as simple as covering it would cease the ability for an image to project or for the scrying spell to be disabled.
I
Just starts judging us for what we have in the bag of holding.
yeah, I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Neato burrito. A couple other things. I'm kind of going. I'm trying to hit like the least interesting to most interesting. You see a trunk, a small chest,
Okay.
sitting against the wall. If you are to look into its contents, you discover one, it is not trapped, and two, it is filled with nobleman's outfit and jewelry,
Nice.
all equating to 5,000 golds worth.
Yoink. Glad I got that brand new bag of holding.
You're welcome.
You also find 15 Dragonbane arrows, a wand of Cure Light Wounds with 30 charges left, a wand of Lesser Restoration with 5 charges left. Not a lot. Not a lot on that guy.
That's fine. That's what I'm hearing is boss battle.
Oh yeah. We know we have to kill the mustache guys.
But why would we have
Like
Dragonbane arrows?
Because it's
The
a
witch
half
who is made
dragon,
a
half
half
spider.
dragon, half spider.
You also find a blue crystal that is cut in the shape of a 5-pointed star. This is a Western Star Ion Stone. This, as a standard action, its user can alter their appearance as disguised self. When so disguised, the user can render the Western Star and other Ion Stones in his possession invisible. And it's as if it is a caster level 12.
Oh,
Just give that to a rogue.
So, like, if I were to equip that now and disguise myself as myself, I can make it invisible.
Technically, yes.
And it's not like you get to use this once. It's an ion stone. So it's, I just go ahead and do that.
Somebody's gonna look at you like,
Something.
do I know this guy?
Something.
Something familiar about him.
There's something familiar.
Did you see Perry down there?
I did, as a matter of fact. It was weird.
wait, you said alter self?
As if disguised self.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very different.
Very different.
Yes.
Cool. That is all that remains?
No.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry. Okay. You see a large chunk of glass, and it seems to be emanating with a strange energy. As you kind of look this over, I need you to roll me knowledge of the planes.
27.
With a 27, as you look over this hunk of glass that is sitting there pulsating has kind of an opaque, as if like a pearl color to it, with veins of like a peach tint that runs through it in its entirety. You would recognize this as mind glass. Mind glass is a special material as strong as steel and also provides the bearer with protection against opponent's psychic abilities. When a creature wielding a melee weapon made of mind glass succeeds at a saving throw against a psychic or mind-affecting effect from another creature, the weapon stores some of that energy and holds it for a future attack. A mind glass weapon can store this energy for a number of rounds equal to the level of the spell, or half of the creature's CR if the effect wasn't a spell or spell-like ability. If the weapon hits a creature while still holding this energy, it suffuses the target with a disruptive field for 1 round. On a critical hit, the disruptive field effect instead lasts for a number of rounds equal to the weapon's critical multiplier. While affected by this field, a target must succeed a concentration check, DC 15 plus twice the spell level, to cast any spell or spell-like ability, in addition to any other required concentration checks. If the check is failed, the affected creature's spell or spell-like ability is wasted. A small or medium weapon made of mind glass costs an additional 13,000 gold pieces.
So this is enough raw material for...
Enough raw material for 1 medium weapon or 2 smaller weapons.
So new daggers.
So up there. Or sharing.
Is caring.
I don't need weapons.
You also see a large iron ring laying on the ground. This iron ring, hang on, I gotta give you the exact dimensions of it.
If you homebrewed the ring of keys.
It's just covered in keys.
This
Glad.
ring is 18 inches in diameter.
Oh, wow.
You would recognize this as one of a pair of gate rings.
Oh.
These rings must be in the same plane of existence and within 100 miles of each other to function. Whatever is put through one ring comes out the other, and up to 100 pounds of material can be transferred each day. This useful device allows for instantaneous transportation of items or messages or even attacks. A character can reach through and grab things near the other ring, or even stab a weapon through if so desired. Alternatively, a character could stick his hand through to look. Head. Stick his head through to look around. A spellcaster could even cast a spell through the ring. A small creature can make a DC 13 escape artist check to slip through from one ring to the other. Creatures of tiny or diminutive or fine size can pass through easily. Each ring has an entry side and an exit side, both marked with an appropriate symbol.
Is this what? Thanks.
It's both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh. Curiosity killed the cat.
And there's one last thing.
Okay.
My mom!
There's a woman standing in the corner.
Hi, son. I baked you cookies.
The whole time.
Harry, what are you doing? We told you not to steal things.
You see,
That lesson did not stick.
you see a 10 imp figurine. Tin imp figurine. What this means is that is a real imp that has been magically formed into a material component, specifically tin. The imp can be reanimated and become a true imp for 48 hours per week.
Does it obey?
No.
Okay.
It is just an imp.
Okay.
Yes. As if somebody had a familiar that they came up with an idea to more easily transport it.
Yes. Okay. I'm stuck that in the bag too.
Also, to give you kind of an idea, it weighs 1 pound, so it is small.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not true imp size.
I think for my safety, although I really want to look through the ring right now, I'm also going to put that in my bag.
Can you?
Yeah. It's not in another dimension.
Okay.
It's not like a bag of holding them.
Surprise. It was.
Illusion.
You put it in the bag of holding, and then the ring hits the ground, and the bag of holding comes out somewhere else. Like, no. Wait, where'd that go?
And I'll make my way, scurry back up.
Better reach in that pulled out the rest of this.
You see Ragenar desperately trying to move the altar back.
Wait, now you make it.
What's down there?
Lots of things. But the most important thing is this giant ring.
Neat. What is it?
Hold it. Wait, no, turn it around.
Turn it around.
Alright, now hold it right there. I stealthily stick my head in. Because you knew I would. Nat 20. I'm invisible. I might as well just but
So I'm looking at your head as you're getting closer to it, and suddenly you just.
I made the sound effects, not the ring.
He pulls your head out.
Oh no.
What the hell was that?
Nightmares. Literally.
Your head comes up and you are floor level. You kind of look around and there is a dark, cold mist that is drifting around the bottom level of this room. You look up and you see that it is completely void of a ceiling and subsequently a roof. You see the obscuring, time-displacing mist above you, realizing that you are now looking out of the witch's hut. As you kind of look up and you see the branches of the willow tree off to one side and look around, you see that there are bones scattering everywhere, along with several kind of discarded items. You see daggers, knives, things like that, and you start to get the feeling that something has scoured this area and taken anything of value from it. As you kind of look around all of this, you hear this whooshing sound, turning as you see Alok land on the tree in the far corner. She hits, her legs clinging to the branches as it whines and dead limbs fall to the ground. She shivers and shakes as her wings extend and fold in, and you see nearly all of her wounds are already healed. As she just kind of and makes this skittering noise. She looks up to the sky and begins to scan for a moment. And as you look kind of to see what she's looking at, you see a nightmare dragon falling in slow motion as it pierces through that hull, and it suddenly is just and it falls at full speed and hits within this lair. She jumps on it. It is wounded but not dead. As she begins to bite into its neck and pin it to the ground, ripping into it, it roars out in pain as she begins to devour this dragon. I might have said adult, I meant young.
Oh my god. Interesting thought. If I were to put something solid on the exit side of that, would that keep something from coming through it?
Or just
Like
put
a
it
lid.
back in the bag of holding.
No, because I don't want it to be able to get stuff out of my bag.
I don't think that's how bags of holding work.
What is this?
That's how the ring works.
Yeah,
I totally could.
I think that would work. I also,
Because it throws it into astral space, and you draw it from astral space into the material you're putting in. That's why there's no air in it.
Just saying, like,
I like the idea of it being able to.
I mean, your game, your rules, but I think mechanically that's how it.
He may be
That's
right
how
with
it
that,
works.
but
that what?
So, like, when you put something into the bag of holding, it goes into the astral sea. It just floats there in like a separate pocket dimension, and then when you like call for the item, you draw it from the hole
So if one of those rings are in the bag, then the other ring isn't hurt.
because it goes to the next.
Because they'd have to be on the same plane of
It's not on the same
existence.
plane of existence.
oh,
Yes.
oh, I know that.
Yes. So yeah, you don't have to put anything on it. You just
Cool.
have to throw it in your bag of holding.
I'm like, put it in here, quick.
What is it?
It's a bag of holding.
Yes, actually.
Ragnar's not here, so I have to do it.
Harry, I'm gonna wring your neck if you don't start talking.
Oh,
Not with that ring, please.
Not with that ring. So that is a gate ring.
Huh?
It's a pair. The other pair is in Sadrak's lair. Not Sadrak. Sorry. What was her name? Alok. Oh, that'd be much scarier. Alex's lair, where she is fully healed and just murdered a young nightmare dragon. Finished murdering a young.
Well, let's put it back where we found it.
No.
Just hike it down that hole.
Or we could use this to surprise attack her.
Or just get the other ring.
I can fit
Great.
Impressive. Are you gonna take on Alok by yourself?
What about the more stout among us?
Yes,
Whoa. Can't see with all this shade.
I've described Dr. Isaac as emancipated.
He's
I
just,
wasn't emancipated.
he's just
She's
checking,
not that.
checking
It's
news
like
through it.
it's like Moxie. It's like we all know why.
Fat. Eat salad.
So it is a way through.
Uh-huh.
So she was putting a lot of neat things through the gate into the crevice.
Now she'll
But why
realize
the
that it
crevice?
won't work.
Yes.
Oh. Let that one sink in for a little bit. She'll realize that the other ring isn't working. Because
Well, there's also an
you're
imp.
almost finding it.
We can reanimate an imp if we want to.
Why would you do such a horrid thing?
If that's fickle, he may have information.
He's not guaranteed to talk to us.
He looks at Ragenar.
I extend my hand out.
We need him to talk, not scream.
Maybe
I
a more planned location.
He may have.
What was in that room at the door?
Patience, or good things come to those who wait. My dear Ragenar.
Also, one of the crystal balls was in there.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
where is it now?
In the astral sea, in a pocket dimension.
Wonderful.
You put it in your bag.
Yep.
Why?
Why not?
Let's go.
Look for the tail into your fingers.
They were unattended.
For the record, I'm on Team Perry.
Me too. I
I
don't know
didn't
why
actively pickpocket.
What's wrong with him stealing one of the C
Yeah.
words?
Picking everything up that's not tied down.
From
It's
a
something you do in
witch's hut.
Skyrim, not something you do.
From a witch's hut of an evil witch that serves nightmare dragons in the plane of nightmares.
We should probably leave most of the stuff alone.
Damon may have a point. Some things may be cursed. If we're not careful.
Oh, it's very true.
I somehow trust Mary in this one.
Cursed.
Yeah, we're totally not cursed.
Someone who has the ability to just perceive if something is trapped or not.
I mean, that's you.
He has an uncanny knowledge of such
Trapped is
things.
different from cursed.
Right.
I hand you a bottle.
Why, thank you.
It's a potion to remove curse. It has infusion.
It's a potion of infused curse.
Infused
I'm blind!
It's an infusion.
That's a thing I can eventually do.
It's an infusion of curse.
Darn it! I prepared.
That one brain cell working over that.
I prepared an extract of remove curse.
Nice.
Could come in handy, actually.
I feel like Taylor should have done that. Restoration.
Does he have infusion?
Oh, also, we could use wands.
I can use one.
Your light ones.
How many charges does it have?
Redundant.
30.
To have the healer have your lot one.
I'm giving it to you.
The cure of long lights.
I'm well versed.
I give it to James.
I was just making a statement, like, it's kind of pointless.
And I have one of lesser restoration.
So what was in that door?
I asked the same question.
It's a big open room.
Consistency, my dude.
It's what Ray just said, it's just in his voice.
It's just a big room.
With nothing else.
Nothing I can tell.
watching Eli scroll through this one.
All right.
Investigate, yeah.
And we would like to open the room that Ragenar opened.
You may open the room that Ragenar opened. It sounds like the lyrics to a song.
Who opened it?
Ragenar.
No, who opened the door?
Ragenar.
I would.
Who is opening the door?
I would listen.
A pulse echoes it. No, I'm just kidding.
Do I feel it? Is it better?
Oh.
It's a pulse of techno. Pulse of techno.
You open the door, and that thing is previously described as before you.
I tried to attempt it.
You may. I'll jerk on.
Okay, I may want some help with that.
You want to help me?
Sure. I ate him with a 20.
Nice. 39. So 41.
You would firstly recognize that that's a trap.
That's a trap.
Secondly, that is a circle of polymorph. More specifically, a very powerful circle of polymorph. A circle of polymorph that will turn you into an object rather than another living creature.
Oh,
Yes.
that is extremely powerful.
Ragenar walks in the room and table
Like a
walks out.
statue.
It was a fortitude save, so I mean...
Like a,
I wasn't
like
going
a
to go in the room
tin,
no matter what.
like a little
Like
tin
a little
thing.
tin him.
It was.
Tin. A little tin.
Before you wonder, we know what it would turn me into.
Sure. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm going to say...
I'm-
You know it turns you into an object, you don't know what object.
With that, would I know how difficult it would be to disable it?
Yeah.
Extremely.
It's up there.
But impossible for the rogue extraordinary.
Uh,
Who's not a rogue,
I'm not a rogue.
nor a wizard.
Like, DC's like 40?
I would say you have disabled devices on similar levels. It is...
There's a wide gap there.
Yes, it is a powerful spell.
In the realm of possibility.
Yes, I mean, like, you're looking at it and you're like, I understand this. But there is a chance I may screw it up.
And if I screw it up,
It goes off.
It'll roll bad.
Yeah.
At the nearest person.
Why would somebody put a trap like that in a big giant empty room?
Why would an evil witch put a trap like that?
Probably to guard these other two doors. Also, I would assume that there's a way to bypass it.
With dungeoneering, does it seem like there's a way around it without going through here?
Wait, let me give you my roll first.
At 20.
With a 22, you saw a hallway that was longer than the hut is outside.
So there's no dungeoneering's useless here.
No,
For circumnavigating the field.
It's not useless, but a 22 is getting you nothing.
Okay. So do we risk this door or we go in?
I won't go through the other one.
You may.
I step back a couple paces.
Ragenar, darling, would you rather Harry take a look at the door before you open it?
How accommodating. Oh, hang on. I reach out. And then put
Nope.
This is why I step back.
Yeah.
As you open the untrapped door,
Damon's really mad again.
Why is it me?
It's almost like I knew it was a trap.
you see a long room. It is narrow and long, and you are on the broad side of it. There's a door directly across from you. This door is made of heavy steel and has a large lock on it with an arcane symbol on the door. You see on the far side, directly to your right, a statue. This statue is, if anybody would like to roll knowledge of the planes, you may to identify what this statue is made of.
Nat 20.
Damon, with your newfound understanding of what lies beyond the realm of order and sanity.
What's your turn?
I was happy with my 26.
This is a bad time to point out that I have a new psychosis from.
That's a moon beast. And Terrace is like, firstly, what? And secondly, how? This is a life-size representation of a moon beast. A moon beast is very ape-like in its posture, with massive clawed forearms that extend out, and it walks upon these. It has small back legs with only 3 toes. A moon beast has kind of this, like a pale skin, similar to that of like a cephalopod. It is smooth and very ick. And very much like a cephalopod, it has no real distinguishing features on its head. It has no eyes to speak of, and it does have a mouth, but the mouth is located amongst a wriggling mass of tentacles that drop maybe 3 feet down from its massive head. A moon beast, shakalaka-ding-dong, is about 9 feet long and weighs 800 pounds. This thing is the same length, however, it weighs probably much more, being hewn, made completely out of stone.
Damon sees it, jumps back. Gods! And I explain what it's called. I don't really go into the description about what it is, but I just say what it's called.
What a learned man of the macabre. One thing to note about this, it normally rests or walks on its arms. This one has a clenched fist turned up and extended out.
Does it look like it was frozen in that shape? Or was it human?
That would be a spellcraft or knowledge arcana.
I'm gonna do spelling craft.
Why do I vaguely remember talking about this before?
Because when you went to the Unnamed Rock, the owner of the Unnamed Rock was a beast.
Oh,
Yes, and the burnt saffron was gathering souls and delivering them to the moon beast, and also the witch, because they were working together to take over the land of Ling.
Yes.
Because the moon beast just chills in Ling, and she's from the Nightmare Realm, so they're like,
Damon's very pale. He's not going back into that room.
38 is what.
No.
it was not transformed. This is just what it made.
That's the preferred.
It's a bad omen.
It looks like it's holding something.
It has a clenched, upturned fist. So if there was something in its hand, it is covering it.
No, I'm not getting anywhere near it. We need to no.
Hey, Rage, buddy. You wanna try and pry the stone open with your awesome, amazing strength?
No.
Buddy, old pal. Okay. I'll try it. Why not?
This is the plan. This is the plan we're going with. Taylor says. You know how I suggested we have a plan.
Yeah.
This is our plan.
We have seen things. Now we act.
What is our contingency here? Like, what if it is trapped or?
And I should get a tingly feeling.
Okay.
You'll be fine. We're here to help you. Right?
The door is locked.
It seems to be.
Every locked door means that there's something hidden behind that is worth.
Spoke like a true rogue.
Yes. Fair points.
Nobody would lock a door if they weren't trying to keep me away from it.
Exactly.
There's totally never doors that are locked to keep
Are we on the
the
same
thing
page
inside
here?
the door.
I feel like we're on the same page here.
And that scares me.
What's the worst? I'm not gonna finish it.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
You could,
His last words were, "Hey guys, watch this."
not to dig up old wounds here. You could end up throwing a fireball at yourself and all of your party members, killing everyone, including yourself. you could be turned into a fish and kicked into a perpetual ball of fire twice.
Good
You could be
memories.
charged by an ogre in a mighty farm field.
Forgetting
Or-
that dashing is the thing.
It could be the key
That-
to
truly, the
fortune.
possibilities are endless.
Let's just say, the last time I touched something, I got the power to, and in your mind say, read Dr. Barnes.
Yeah, kill that thing. I said-
Okay, so it's literally
Oh,
straight
it's
across.
terrifying.
He just showed me a picture of what I'm touching.
So we're coming from.
That's gross.
At what point does this rogue sense
This was the closest thing I could find to it. A gurgle.
A gurgle?
Fair approximation, since eldritch horrors aren't really meant to be described.
And H.P. Lovecraft is like, allow me to describe it.
It's undescribable, and proceeds to spend the next 3 paragraphs
But imagine
describing
something
it.
that's undescribable. He describes that, and you're like, this is worse than what he's saying.
In the color from outer space, it's like a color unperceivable by humans. This is what it looks like. It's like you're reading it, you're like, oh, I understand 3 of these words.
This color is.
And that's
H.P. Lovecraft
And everything
made up
else.
more words than Shakespeare.
Whoa.
So any senses going off throughout this journey?
Mine are, but nobody's listening.
It's not even.
It's fine.
It's not flush. Okay.
It's also night.
Does anyone else go into the room?
Oh, that's a great question.
No.
Okay.
Wait, you're sensible in this moment?
That should be.
What if he gets
That
something?
should be-
Ragenar, what if he gets something you don't get?
I would hand him a rope. No, him.
Oh.
Oh,
There's a lot of hymns here.
nice.
Well, I have the other end of the rope.
Perfect. And I go to the statue.
Tie it to yourself.
And I tie it to the
You could
wrist
just
of
tell
the
it to tie it to
statue.
himself.
I do that.
You tie it to the statue. Pull twice. Ah! He's just sucked into the room. And Perry runs out of the room and shuts the door. He'll be fine.
Hey, Festophilus, our agreement's done.
No, you did not murder me.
He shuts
A
the door.
moon beast did.
But you're dead, and I didn't stop it, so.
In theory, I killed you.
I think if you were to shut the door,
For a
that'd be
while,
sufficient.
yeah. I fondly touched the door. Goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
There was nothing we could do.
You hear him on the other side.
I can still hear his voice. Crying out for mercy.
Hear this thing rattle, and I grab the handle and keep it from turning.
It's like he's almost here.
Nothing.
He's here with us in liquid. In a viscous material. I'm sorry, what do you do? Would you like to RP something?
Oh, that was
No,
funny.
not of this is great. Let's see. No, but
So nobody else goes in? I was the only one that said no, so I was making sure.
Is anybody else going? No? That's fine. You don't have to.
We don't know. We don't have to.
I am ready with the rope to yank backwards.
Okay. So I will attach
Outside
that
the-
to me. That's what it does. And I will move forward and inspect the statue a little closer, perceptively.
Okay.
Do I get any additional bonuses?
I'm sorry.
Do I get any additional bonuses?
No.
Okay, 34. Cool. I'll take my crowbar. And using a feat that I completely forgot I took way long ago.
You have two of this. That's perfect.
Knowledge is power. I could use my intelligence check in lieu of a strength check.
Wow.
Yeah. Using leverage.
Smarter, not harder.
Or smarter, not harder.
He fulcrums and leverages.
He's like, wait a minute, this might actually be a chance now.
If I have a long enough lever, a fulcrum, and solid ground upon which to stand, I can pry this
the
open.
earth. I can move the earth.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
How long does he try before making?
So that'd be a 13.
13, you say.
Huh?
With a crowbar.
With
so
a
there's
crowbar, so it's
bonuses.
+2. No, it was
Oh.
yes.
Does a 33 hit your flat-footed?
Oh!
From whence?
But it's a
As
stone.
it punches you with the hand you're trying to
Oh,
stab.
not
no,
magic.
It doesn't punch him.
I said you can roll knowledge arcana or a perception check.
You said spellcraft.
Spellcraft. Oh yes, I did. Spellcraft to determine whether it was turned into stone, or
Uh,
arcana to identify what it truly is.
Oh, I heard you first time. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely does.
You take 22 points of damage.
Ooh.
As you pry the crowbar into the fist, the other hand comes up and slams into you. It sends you flailing back as you hit the ground, and you see the arm return to its place and its hand extended. I'll allow you to roll another arcana check if you like.
to roll an arcana check, please.
You shake all the fog off your head.
Sir.
Maybe it knocks some common sense into it.
Not enough. I've seen
This
it,
is what we
forgot.
call a learning experience.
26.
With a 26, you would recognize this as a stone golem.
Oh! So you know how I declared my eyes and activated that vision?
No.
Yeah, it was the first time I heard about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I said that last session. I turned on my eyes in the skeleton. If it was a stone golem, I would have been able to know that it was a golem. Because they can see constructs.
You see a construct.
But you didn't go in the room. So.
I was at work one day and I needed like a pair of needle nose pliers that were like that long.
Oh, Lord.
And I was working really hard to like fish something out. And I'm like, man, at home I got a pair of needle nose pliers like that long to be really good for this. And the guy that was with me goes, cool. That doesn't help. Cool. That didn't help.
Oh,
Thank you for telling that absolutely useless story.
Because he's like, hey, I could have told you that was a golem. Cool.
I'll just say 22 points of healing, please.
Roll me a sense motive. Oh, you also get one question about stone golems.
I know basic things about them, right? So,
You know that they are animated constructs out of stone.
but then they're not enchantments. I would know that, right? Like break enchantment, but not.
Not that you're aware of, but without any questions, you're not certain of anything.
Special defenses.
They have damage reduction. However, knowing what overcomes their damage reduction is a separate question, and how much damage reduction they have is also a separate question.
I can give you some insight on that. Base does not.
Constructs are immune to death effects, disease, mind-affecting effects, charms, compulsions, phantasms, patterns, and moral effects, necromancy effects, paralysis, poison, sleep, stun, and any effects that require a fortitude save, unless the effect also works on objects or is harmless. Constructs are not subject to non-lethal damage, ability drain, fatigue, exhaustion, or energy drain. Constructs are not at risk of death from massive damage. They are also immune to all forms of magic. Mostly. And sense motive?
Oh. 20.
With a 20, you stumble back. Taurus draws his gun and he's ready to rush in and help. The creature puts its other arm back down, and it does not pursue attacking you.
Like, that's all we got. It's not combative. Should we offer Ragnar? Let's offer it Ragnar.
I would like that. Because who doesn't want Rage?
Rage.
What do you prefer?
You go by Rage.
I think we should give it the bird.
Hmm?
There is no bird. was.
I got you. I'm not racist.
It's like you had to say it at least once an episode.
That counter rolls to 0.
We've gone 0
stream
days.
session.
Wait.
It's been 1 day since. 0. I was short-lived.
What do you suggest we offer it?
A command word?
Let me inspect the log first. Spellcraft or perception?
Spellcraft.
38.
With a 38 spellcraft, you see that lock is an actual magical item. It's not just a mundane lock.
Okay.
And there is a key that is the component to breaking the enchantment of the arcane spell lock on it.
Okay.
So if the key was to fit into the lock, the enchantment would be broken. However, it can still be picked.
It doesn't seem to be trapped, though.
You get tickles.
Crap.
Yes. You can roll me perception to...
Let's just see how sturdy it said was. 27.
You are so tickled. What'd you get on
I'm
perception?
only a 27.
That gets it.
Okay.
Yes. The door, it seemingly looking this over, aside from just the effects of what the trap do, it seems that whomsoever created it didn't try to hide that it's trapped at all. It just is a trap door, and they were like, good luck. You know, get wrecked, nerd, as you would say. You understand that the spell that it would give, what the trap does is it sends out a spell-like ability that would flood the room in its entirety. Anyone caught in it would be able to cast spells as if they were 2 caster levels higher than they are. And then they would suffer from the confusion spell for 1 minute.
That's funny.
It makes you more powerful,
And then confuses you.
and the fact that magic doesn't work on the golem, it doesn't matter if you're as powerful as magic you think. Eli came up with that on his own.
He wants to see his friends kill each
I mean,
other. Well, I mean, yeah. there's
Who
that.
doesn't, says Shane.
There's that.
I don't.
All
It's
right.
not back up.
All right, team. I need to
No,
help.
we're not doing that?
There's a lot of pieces at play here.
Uh-huh.
I go up to the golem. I extend my arm out to get the crowbar.
You can always just ask it nicely. Mr. Golem, may I please have the key?
There is no response.
Act on saying the same phrase.
And then I hand you.
The crowbar. Do I have to be proficient with a crowbar to use a crowbar
No, I just
to
give it
fight with it?
It
I
just
feel
gives
like
you-
there was a lot of stank on that question, and I did nothing to earn it.
I wanted to make sure. I just want to
If
make
you
sure.
get a plus
that-
two,
No,
sure.
okay. So
You get -4, but it only gives you a +2 if you're proficient with it.
So it's a strength check.
Yes,
So
and it gives you a +2.
Use me.
Does a 32 hit you?
Yeah, barely.
You take 24 points of damage as this thing bats you back, and you just kind of like stumble backwards.
Okay, and how long's it been since the fire?
You're completely. Well, not anymore.
It was how much damage? 24. 24? I'll try it again.
Can someone stop him?
Be my guess.
Oh, it's one less.
11.
Oh.
This is.
Is there...
I look around the room for clues.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I...
I can't roll over a 5 right now. That's weird.
You take 28 points of damage, As this thing strikes you again, after it hits you the second time, its upturned hand turns, hits the ground, and it steps off of its pedestal. And I will need the rest of you to roll for initiative. But first, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a minute. Burp. See you.